So as I said, like I was very fascinated with bullet and muscles. So I went to the gym. That time the gyms were not so equipped what we have now, right? Like that time used to have this basic kind of gym. Okay, people trying to lift weights and all. So that time I had this poster of Arnold Schwarzenegger in my room. Okay. He was like Terminator, Terminator, and bought for everyone who are fascinated by bodybuilding because definitely he was Mr. Elias and he owned that title. Okay. So I don't know whether it is true, but that was a statement what we used to listen about him. Like in interviews, he used to say, like how was his journey to become the Mr. Williams, and he used to always says like I used to pretend like I'm a Mr. Universe, and I used to live life like that. Wow. And then eventually I worked upon it, and I became that Mr. Universe. I got that title. So it was said like make it till you fake it, but maybe in today's generation, what we see, people fake it, but they couldn't make it because they are pretending to be someone, but they are forgetting the main part to working on the skills required to achieve that position or whatever the title they aim for. And with this, what happened? We see people definitely in personal life also, or maybe in professional life also. Maybe they outdress themselves. Okay, they buy a lavish, maybe brand clothes. Okay, which they could not afford, maybe, but they are doing it, going beyond their means, or buying an expensive car to show off how rich they are. Okay, or they try to be into the circle of the people like which seems to be influential. So whenever they are in public space, they will try to be with such kind of people. So people should feel, oh, he knows this guy and he should be also equally important then, right? So this happens. And mostly what happens when this kind of people try to impress maybe the leadership in an organization, not that subordinate also. But actually it is they are pretending to be superior to hide their inferiority. Okay, so that is the case. And many times it happens when these people are actually elevated into the professional life, they are not able to deliver. It has happened in many cases. We see in many business fails because the CEO or the key people are not able to perform what was expected from them. And that's why the bet means in startup industry, what we are saying, the bet on the CEO or the founder is very high. So, okay, but if he is a true founder, people are able to bet on him. And maybe who are trying to fake it, eventually they fail. So, what you feel in industry, how important it is to identify this kind of people, so we don't bring them to the top of the maybe organization if they are not getting the required skill. And at the same time, the moral of a person, maybe who is working very sincerely in his work, but maybe he's not working on all this other aspect of maybe social acceptability. But he's good at work, and maybe due to this reason, he's not coming into limelight. So how we can balance this, and we can get correct people elevated to the top. So maybe if you can elaborate this, it would be helpful for us.
Sure, sure. But it's a good question, Nirmal. I mean, yeah, you have all kind of people, when you look around your personal circle or in industry. But it's important to be true to yourself. Okay, so there are people who put a facade on top of what they originally are, right? But that facade doesn't last long. At some point of time, your true self or your true capabilities will come out open, right? Right. And then you yourself are disappointed, as well as people who believed on you will get disappointed.
Right.
So I don't believe putting a facade is a good idea. So being honest to what you are, I mean, and to be honest, nobody is perfect, right? So it's very important to understand what are your strengths and what are your things that you need to improve. As long as you are honest and you acknowledge that these are the shortcomings I have, good or bad, that's how I am. Once you accept that, it makes things easy for you, and everybody accepts. Nobody expect a leader or anybody to know everything, right? I don't think anybody has that capability. The knowledge is so vast. So as long as you know your strength and work on it, that's fine. So I don't believe in putting a facade or doing extra to influence others, rather than spend that time on your own improvement or your own learning, right? That would help you succeed. And there are cases, you will always have exceptions. If sometime these kind of people will get promoted, so don't feel get disheartened. Okay, at some point of time, as I said earlier, you will get your opportunity. As long as you are ready, you will get this opportunity. So these things will happen. So that's fine. I mean, as long as it doesn't impact you, and you still believe in yourself, that you are being true to yourself, you will succeed. That's the formula I followed, and fortunately it helps.
Right, right. And the main reason asking you this question was because almost it has been now getting a decade I'm knowing you. Okay, so maybe I get various instances. Maybe I have met you one to one, maybe in your cabin, so maybe even at your home, or maybe in a team. But I never felt like you are two different people in two different situations. Okay, means whether we are talking one to one or in a team, or whether you are at home, you are the same person. So it's like the same identity everywhere, and it is a very good thing actually. I should compliment you for this, to being so true to yourself. And also that is the main reason why I feel like people get what I can say attracted to you. Maybe they feel like see you as a leader. That is the reason, because they know you will never do wrong to anyone. Okay, and they know this person is the same, means wherever he is. Okay, so they know what whom they are dealing with. Okay, so they maybe used to feel safe, right? There is no two different person. So this I feel. And maybe one more thing what I would like to express, like, no, maybe many people likes, okay, definitely to have your position, but people like you for what kind of person you are. And maybe one thing what I have noticed is like you are very much approachable to people. Okay, whatever their maybe professional grade would be there, sure, doesn't matter of this, and you meet them in the same zone, maybe where they are. You don't meet like Mrinal as like the business unit head only. You come to my level, you make me comfortable, and then you understand and take the things ahead. So maybe that is the biggest quality which you have, what I feel. And just I would like to say I'm very honored to work under you. Means in my 14 years of professional life, 9 years I'm with this company, and definitely you are associated in some or the other way now also. So I really appreciate this. I request you to keep it this way forever, and we will remember you for this, maybe. Sure.
Thanks. I think it's very important, because positions are temporary. All these titles are temporary. At some point of time, you all these titles will no more be with you. Yeah. But what is going to be with you is your personality, your trait. Your how you have behaved with everyone. That's going to stay forever. So your legacy should not be the title. Your legacy should be how, as a human being, you are. Right. So that's important to keep in mind while you interact with ladies.
And maybe this is one quality which I will always try to keep it with me from youth. And I will always try to work on this. Maybe this is very important to be for a person to be true, and it also helps in not only in professional life but with his family also. Definitely it is very important in today's generation of these. So just going ahead, the same question, many times we see leader expressing their anger to the subordinates. Okay, or maybe the leader feels like when they had gone to bigger position, maybe CEO or director or business unit head or a department head also, and say they feel like they have got the power and authority. Okay, and they try to trade it off. Okay, to show their dominance in the industry or maybe the company. But that is not what I feel is true. The reason is because uh, what I feel is if you are showing this anger, it is not the correct way of leadership. And people should be comfortable when they are coming towards you. Okay. So leadership is more like you are responsible for the life and career of the people and the organization. So maybe this balance, maybe sometimes maybe leader or top position people don't understand it well, and maybe then it creates a different persona around them, and maybe it is not so comfortable to work around them. So what is your say on this, because you have effectively managed this? Okay, so how you emphasize on this quality and how you take it ahead, sir?
I think, yeah, what I would say, how I got this, probably, from the family background that I had. I had a mother who was very calm. She was very spiritual. So probably that background helped me stay calm in difficult situation. And she was a very brave woman. Okay. I lost my father when I was in 10th standard. So she brought me up in a difficult situation, but she was never hassled with anything. So probably that helped me stay calm. And also I was fortunate to work with some of the leaders who had a very calming effect on me. I mean, they handled very difficult situations, That helped me, stay grounded. you know Anger doesn't help anything. It puts additional pressure on your team. If you're working with the team and you show your anger, that puts additional pressure on the team member how to handle the anger. So they forget about the problem which is to be solved at hand, and they focus more on how to make this person more comfortable.
Right.
So why to unnecessarily do that? If you stay calm in difficult situation, the all the energy will go on solving a problem at hand,
Right.
rather than anything else. So that's what I believe, and that's really helped. And I've seen people, at leaders who engaged in this, and people who stayed calm. So which one had a better outcome? So I always feel better outcome is when the entire team is comfortable. Everybody make mistake, right? But as long as the effort is not to find fault with the person, but to find a solution. That's what is important to bring things in under control.
Definitely. And also what I believe, like whenever you work in organization, setting a process is important, right? Maybe today it's Gulnar, tomorrow it could be someone A, B, C, right? So person can change with time. But if you have a correct process on the place which can monitor and ensure the whatever the deliverables are there, it will help us to perform the team in a better way or desired way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So process is important. Sometimes people focus a lot on results, right?
Results.
So rather than focusing on results, if you set the process right and you follow what is important, critical at that point of time for the organization, keeping that above everything else, results is an outcome which will take care of itself, right? As long as you have the right process. So important is not to focus too much on result, but the process where you want to, what you want to achieve and where you want to adhere.
And that is very important because see, if we have a process in place, suppose if we have a hammer to and chisel to make a wheel from a wood maybe or a stone. So once we have these tools available, we can do it every day. But if you want to do kind of maybe makeshift arrangement or jugaad kind of thing, so then every day is a pain for you, right? Yeah. So what I believe, like having a process is more important, and maybe people should pay more attention on setting a process. So it will give you results each and every day in your life.